All right, everyone. How you feeling, Raleigh? Yes. It is finally the moment that you have been waiting for. The grand finals of the Raleigh Major start right now, and we have two of the best teams in the world that are about to take the stage and compete. But first, let's see how both Empire and G2 got to this point.
No one's watching the hatch. That's exactly what's punishing him. He's going to pick up two. He's going for three, and he gets it!
A Nitro Cell being prepped here, being launched out by Uno, and saying goodbye to the boat!
There you have it. So Raleigh, I need you guys to show why we have a major here in the United States of America. I want you guys to get up on your feet. Come on, let's go, because it is now time to welcome to the stage your grand finalists for the major. Put your hands together for Team Empire and G2 Esports. It all comes down to this. This is the moment that you've been waiting for. At the start of the day, when you guys didn't know who the heck I was, I asked you a question. I said, are you ready? North Carolina, USA, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Are you ready? The grand finals start right now. Gentlemen, take your seats.
No.
I'm gonna be honest, in the Invitational Finals, I was still ready to go, and I really want this to go all the way to map number 5. I want to have a few infinite overtimes, and I want this to be the longest match in Siege history. That's what I want out of this.
Even though we had a limited OT on map number 1, it wasn't the fastest. There you go, joystick, okay. How does he do it? Kanto, Raketti, and Gogafall. This is a huge breath of fresh air for Empire.
Empire's timing much better in this round so far, but it's gonna get a little bit worse as Scyther gets picked off by Pengu. It's a good job to Pengu to bring it back somewhat, though not entirely.
Joystick got that kill on his very final bullet. So a bit of good luck and good aim on his side of things. There's another for Joystick, trying his best to outdo Kanto Raketti in the previous round. Additionally, one of the first kills for Team Empire came onto the Hard Breacher. How about a fourth? Takes down Fabi, and all right, and an ace! What the hell, Joystick? The man, the madness, all 5 kills, and he answers beautifully onto G2's first round.
Lot being shown from G2. There is one player, that's Pengu, repelling on the west side, trying to deny the run out from Customs. Kanto Raketti gets another entry from Passport. That's 2 for him in the round. He only kills for his squad, and he's doing great, just pushing into sight. Pengu from the west balcony gets one as well, so the roamer's not really being effective. And Shepard on the perfect angle. He can deny the default plant, and he gets 4! Look at that! Pengu has to come back for the diffuser, but it's gonna be hard to retrieve with Shepard still in a great spot to hold it. Pengu's successful though. Confidence really bleeding through as he positions himself inside of A. He might get a good angle, but no, Shepard's aware, and he repositions. Pengu now actually in a good position to clutch, all things considered. He has 30 seconds, and he can go for an attempted plant. Shepard's slow on the retake. He finally goes for the push, but it's too late. Post-plant now. Things looking better for Pengu. Karzheka and Shepard need to meet up or play the crossfire. C4 used to open up a castle barricade by the front door. That'll give more angles to Shepard, and Pengu's well aware, but he comes off at the perfect moment, allowing Shepard to get the better angle as he peeks towards front door. Pengu's still alive though, and we're near half the diffuser duration. Karzheka going for the long angle peek, but he doesn't know where his enemy is, and he's just spraying into the wind. Shepard goes for a rush, eats a lot of damage, but doesn't lose the fight just yet. Pengu alive, but he only gets one. Can he get the second? He's so close, he runs back. The diffuser's low on time. Karzheka's gotta go, but Pengu! An insane clutch! The plant and the perfect post-plant positioning, and G2 win another round. The half ends 3-3.
Shepard, alongside it, will start a plant. Are they aware of this position? No, it does not appear so, and they have to swing out, but Joystick has the cover. He finds two for his trouble, and it's a successful plant. Empire, everything in their favor, and it's all on Pengu. He was great the round before. He'll find Karzheka, but there's three more members of Empire to deal with. Takes out the drone, falls off. Pengu will swing onto Joystick, but for the first time ever, the Russians will take a map against G2, and they're up 1-0. Karzheka goes down to Pengu, and it's a 5v3 for G2 with a minute left to go in this very final defense here from Empire, and it's going to continue to snowball. That ball is rolling down the hill, and who from Empire can stop the momentum? Well, it's Scyther. He pops up, he's completely detected, and Gogo is removed from action. Your hard breacher is down. Scyther right now, oh, what a C4 that is! And a double kill once again. Scyther so good. Shepard will get his own, downing Uno, and it's all Pengu. It's a third for Scyther. This is outlandish! Scyther, my man, 4 kills, and a round that looked like we were set to close out with the draw. Well, oh my. Empire snatches it away from G2. There's no 3-3, it's a 4-2 for Empire. G2 going on to defense.
If you can't take the direct fights and win them consistently, then don't allow your opponent any direct fights. Do things like what we saw there from Pengu, just peeking at the right moment. The C4s from Goga as well. Everything's looking... Did you miss it?
I was looking at the left screen.
It was... Don't worry about it, you'll see it later.
Damn it!
It was a nice clear there of the top floor from Empire, but a better hole and roam from G2. Putting Pengu up here as the buck. Here comes the EE1D to take bakery control. It's gonna work great as Uno takes down Dan. Dan not knowing he's exposed from behind, but Karzheka goes for the refrag and gets it. So there's Goga there from the front door to also enact change in this round.
But it's still Shepard and Scyther, the two who have been so clutch in the long run, and Scyther looking to try and start it. Well, he'll get one. He also catches Goga, but the Spaniard with 1 HP downs him and removes him from the equation. Shepard, nestled up in the bomb site, throws out a toxic canister, but there's no clutch here. All the magic runs out, and you can see as Goga wipes his brows. It's a heroic comeback from G2, and they'll take map number 2, 8-6.
Thank you so much, Interro, Kix. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. We're tied up 1-1, G2 versus Team Empire. Welcome back to the telestration station. Unless I'm Medic Finch, this is Devin Emzo Becker, ever so handsome. Devin, you've been watching this, going through map 1 and 2. What do you want to highlight here for us to break down?
I mean, I feel like, first off, I got to say, I could probably do a half-an-hour special of clips if we had
got time.
I just want to highlight some specific aspects here of play, a little bit from G2, but mostly from Empire here, showing some of the phenomenal defenses. They did lose at the very end on their defense, but you saw how close it was. Of course, we're going to start with Joystick's ace, but there's some things I want to highlight about why that worked. Now, G2 won the first round, Dan just not being effective. So what do they change up this round? They were already bringing the Mozzie, but they bring Dan on the mute. What that does is that allows Joystick to roam very, very freely. Now, he'd already gotten the 3 kills leading up to this, but look at his ability to just roam. Oh, sorry, this is the 3rd kill to start with. His just ability to move around the map. You see him get a situation here where now he's able to fight this angle, and he's also worried about players coming in over on this side. But total head on a swivel here, Fabian tries to come in, completely countered. Joystick totally rotates around and gets the last kill for the first ace we've had of this entire series, and it has been phenomenal for them. Obviously, we have some other great plays, but there was a good counter the next round. What did they do when they couldn't drone? They brought Pengu on a shield. Definitely one of their better plays. What did they do to Joystick? Poor guy gets pinched at the end. You've got Kanto, who had a great defense here, and you've got Pengu. Not much Joystick can do, and so it was countered somewhat adequately, but the shield play was, while it is a weakness for Empire, not so much when they tried to bring in on defense. Great counterplay here. You've got Fabian just constantly teasing
Yep.
Joystick here, trying to play him, and he's like, I'm not scared to shield. You know why? He called his buddy. And what is a good counter here when you don't have Capita, who's banned? Zofia.
Actually want to talk about that for a moment, because for us watching this, seeing Fabian in this position, we couldn't quite understand why he was pushed up so far. And it's just, is he trying to support Kanto Raketti? Is he just awaiting somebody to help him from behind?
Well, you look at the time, for example. You're already a minute in. Everyone here is repelled at this point. No one's really anywhere near the site. Like you said, he does want to help Kanto a little bit, because Kanto obviously needs to hold that CCTV for as long as possible.
Now we see it. Look where Uno is.
Absolutely.
He's playing downstairs in customs. Could have gone for a run, could have played, has the info that the wall is already opened up by the buck. Maybe there was a setup for something else.
They were counting on his intel.
The bait was baited and taken and then fought back. Empire, extremely well done.
Yeah, let's take a look at this here to see exactly how that went down, because I imagine you guys didn't have the exact same viewpoint I did here. And just the timing here from Dan, hits it, Joystick perfectly plays it. We don't always see that level of coordination against the Clash, though.
And you see, the instant that Uno started moving is the moment Shepard really got into position, but it was all so well timed between the three players. Fabian just does.
Speaking of Shepard, we also had a really good highlight from him. He had a great play here, playing similar to what we saw when the Castle was playing in Bathroom last time. Plays great in the Bathroom here. First plays a little bit aggressive against G2, and then waits for the opportunity. He loses his teammate, just plays perfectly in these angles here. He knows he's got to watch Diffuser here, but he knows they also need to try and push for it. There are holes in the walls. You can see a little bit of a hole here. Try and play that. They try and play aggressive, though, and he knows the timing because they've got to get that Diffuser, because as you can see just a moment before, 2 seconds left.
Yeah, there's not much. You still have the rotation hole. Nobody's coming through there. Gogo was not picked up. There's no time to really pick him up and play around.
Yeah.
Kanto didn't have any utility as well, so it's kind of lost.
It's their aggressive defense really stalling things out. And Shepard, again, with a fantastic quad kill this round. You see him setting up just in a great position. He's got an angle here where there's just not a lot they could do.
We couldn't
Everyone's
even
stacked up.
see the players from his POV. It's just so crazy the amount of just practice that he has to spot these details.
You got them opening these walls here. It just opens up the angles for him. He just lines them up, gets a quad kill. Not much they could do about it. That's Diffuser down as well. But the best part is what Pangu did in response.
Yes.
He gets that Diffuser. He gets for a plant here. Now, Shepard at this point is concerned, but he's on that hot hand. He's got a teammate of Karzheka up there as well. 2v1. They've got full health. This should absolutely not be going in Pangu's favor. But just skip ahead a little bit here in terms of how long he's trying to stick on that Diffuser, trying to play it, but he plays very smart in his positioning.
Falls back. This is the big problem with Empire. They didn't have enough manpower to probably from the other side, but look at this drone. We were not able to see this. If I could just use this for a moment here. But the drone was outside. This was being watched. If anybody had moved in to fight from the outside, would have been immediately spotted by G2, and then Pengu would just turn around and fight it.
Absolutely well done. There was also some great plays on Cafe as well, but first I want to highlight what happened once they tried to bring a Lion at first to try and counter some of that aggression. You have a play like this. This is one of the very first rounds where Uno was bringing it. Everyone ends up here trying to play, and then they think they could just pop a Lion and get their way out of trouble. It ends up in just nothing but chaos, because despite everyone playing outside, Uno getting even some good kills on that Lion, everyone at this point, they just pop the Lion and go, okay, we can get our way out of this trouble. You just can't do that to a team like Empire. They just collapse. It doesn't help when Gogo, of course, gets that team kill. That certainly doesn't start things off nice. But that highlights the chaos that they were in against such an aggressive defense.
You have a couple seconds with the Lion E1D, so it's not as long as you'd like it to be, at least even back when it was in the day. So it's kind of misjudging the utility that you can use.
To be fair, though, I do think, and I criticized Uno's Lion play a little bit yesterday, he was very good on the gun today. He didn't necessarily always have a lot of impactful EE1Ds, but he absolutely got, I think, at least one kill a round on average on that Lion.
A V308 is a hell of a gun.
It certainly is. And Uno, we know, can be a fragger. Last thing we're going to take a look at was this play here, which I think a lot of you saw. You're in a situation now, it's 4v2. Should not be clutchable at this point. 43 seconds left, though. And the one advantage, the one thing that Scyther knows he has, is the Diffuser. You've got Kanto out here just trying to play for it, and Scyther knows that, but he's got the counter in between them. So what does he do? He plays the Diffuser, just takes some shots, tries to keep Kanto at range, but makes the smartest play of all, and you can see it just for a moment there, throws the C4 out just in time to stop it. And that was the play. From there, they turn the round around completely and clutch that out in that 2v4. And that is the kind of plays on the aggressive defense. G2 obviously had some great as well, but Empire, while we highlight a lot of their attacks, have just been phenomenal on defense this entire matchup so far.
Both teams have definitely been putting up all of their abilities for this one. There's a reason why we're so close in this game. We went 7-5 on map 1, we're 8-6 on the second, and now we go to map 3. Devin, thank you very much. We'll be back to you later on to dig deeper and deeper into this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow me over as I burn a bit more calories here.
Top side. They're going to have to change their entire strategy.
Oh no, the exothermic charge gets placed next to the hatch, and it doesn't get the hatch. You didn't get to see that, but that's a huge mistake from G2. The hatch is still intact for the time being, unless it was simply a distraction, but it appeared to be calculated as now G2 will scramble. They were trying to take out the hatch because they don't have a Thatcher due to Fabian dying early.
Oh, wow.
That could be a very pivotal and crucial mistake. G2 in a battle to the death now as Shepard pops up. He sees one. Oh, he'll absolutely crush Uno. There's another 3! Shepard, oh my God! Pengu now in a 1v3, his position given away, and Empire looking to sit pretty amidst the smoke is Pengu! And Empire will do something they hadn't done until today, which is take a map off of G2. They've taken 2 of them now, and they're gonna be on series point once we come back for Coastline. 2-1 Team Empire. He's picking apart Pengu, and Empire find the very first kill, while also Kanto Raketti surviving a scare earlier in the round, but still taking quite a bit of damage himself.
Oh, wow. That was a lucky kill there from Dan, just going for the pre-fire, and it worked out for him.
So you've got an opening pick, which is what you need. Lucky pre-fire or not, that's still huge, and they're gonna find another. Looking to try to bounce back. The Lion here will keep everybody stationary for the time being. Oh, Karzheka tries to run on in, but he's gunned down from Goga. Throws out a smoke, and it's very early, but Joystick is there. He manages to evade the sight of all of G2, and that's because of the smokes. Look at how effective you can be when you don't die early, Joystick. Your team's gonna need more of that. First round on the board for Team Empire.
What a beautiful smoke there from Joystick. And I think Shepard got the last kill through the smoke, in fact. So well done to Empire for having good situational awareness and communication to secure that. Scyther playing in Office is going to be pivotal to the outcome of this round. E1D is well timed, but Fabian goes down to a nice peek, and Scyther's still alive. But he finally is eliminated by Kanto Raketti and the Russian from Blue Bar. Goga gets one from behind his Joystick.
No way!
Perfectly positioned, and he's gonna get run out on. Kanto Raketti gets his 3rd, but it's Karzheka on full HP, and he knows where Kanto is. There's a minute for Kanto to drone. Karzheka takes out, there just barely takes out Kanto Raketti's drone. And now he has the information advantage with the Legion Trap. A clutch from Karzheka and Joystick. Empire pushes on to match point. In what could be the last round.
Now this is uncharted territory for G2, because if you remember, the very first major that they took last year, they lost their first 2 maps, but then they came back through 3 maps. Look at that. 13 months ago, G2 has not lost a series on land since DreamHack Valencia.
But G2 haven't done anything to counter these roamers, and now they're just saying, okay, we need to attack from Aqua, we need to pressure from VIP, and we need to pinch the site. They're gonna have a difficult time of it though, as Empire are well set up to counter this push.
Joystick still not aware of where anybody is! But 2 kills, 3 for Shepard, and the Empire strikes back! They will take the Raleigh Major, and disbelief how quickly it comes back where it all began for Empire. One of the most memorable maps that we've ever seen. It was G2 prevailing over Empire earlier this year on a coastline that didn't ever want to end. This time, Empire makes it quick. 10 rounds, all they need. 4 maps, all they need. 5 men, all they need. And Empire will win the Raleigh Major Championship.
Beautifully done to Empire. A nice attempt there from G2, but in the end, on coastline, Joystick just ran around with a stick and won his fights. G2 couldn't recover from that.
When you need him the most, he shows up. No questions asked. When you need Joystick, the man does not cower from fear. He does not stop to take fights. A team that has won it all is humbled here in Raleigh, but you can't really feel bad for G2. Their streak over the last 13 months, as noted, is the most impressive that we have ever seen here. And a team that always looks so dominant and so in control will finally be humbled. And it's Empire who does it. GoldenBoy has the winners, and for the trophy celebration, we'll go down to the stage.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your champions, Team Empire! Karzheka, my friend, I've talked to you so many times this weekend, and I've been just, one, impressed with your professionalism, but on top of which, it's blown me away how this team has managed to put together so many impressive victories here in Raleigh. First that I want to ask you really is, at the Six Invitational, you lost to G2 3-0, and you realized you had to make some adjustments. You brought Dan in. Do you feel like Dan was the X factor for this team?
Yeah, of course. Dan is a very strong player, one of the best in the world right now. And with his addition, we have a really good friendly atmosphere in the team. We have a good moral mentality, etc. So, and the one thing that we changed, when we were at Invitationals, we were afraid of them. Now we weren't afraid of them.
Show no fear, baby. Show no fear. Well, it did get a little scary, though, because in Game 2, you guys ended up losing that one. What ended up going wrong in Map 2 that you guys lost on that one?
Yeah, I mean, Cafe is one of their strongest maps, and Cafe is one of our weakest maps. So when we lost like 6-8 on the Cafe, we were like sure that we will win the full series, because if they're struggling so hard on they're one of their best maps, then we're just gonna smash them on the next ones.
Well, the weight of the world is off your shoulders, most notably the world that was G2. You guys wanted to take them out. You did it right here in North Carolina. This is your moment, and I really just want to give you the floor to address these incredible people here that came out to support you, those online, those in Russia as well. By all means, the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for all the people who are cheering, especially on our side. We love you all. Thanks for every people for watching this online. We appreciate that. Your support helped us to win the World Champions, so yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Karzheka. You are the man. And the dynasty has fallen for now, but a new one rises. Team Empire, go and get that trophy. That is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the Raleigh Major 2019, Team Empire!
Slavia Chestva Nasze Svobodne. That's the squad here that's bringing it all for Russia. These beautiful gentlemen have done it. And finally, it has taken months and months and months of preparation. These people came from Challenger League. And Team Empire now are at the top. Can anything stop them? A new dynasty rises, and we're here to witness it. Absolutely amazing from Team Empire. And last but not least, it's one of my favorite people on this planet.
Yeah.
Devin Emzo Becker, you handsome devil, please take me through it.
I mean, obviously, there's so many things that could be highlighted, so I'm just going to focus on the way that Empire just basically controlled and manhandled G2. Now, unfortunately for G2, this was the first team to really play a lot of Lion against them. We know that was also the struggle for them in Atlantic City. Obviously, a little bit weaker this time, but I think it did contribute a little bit to the ability to control them, because controlling them was the key, especially in attack. You see, for example, this round here, you have a situation where you've got Fabian in a nice position, Goga in a nice position, but you've also got the smoke here. What they did was completely set up for that. Yes, Fabian could cover this, but what does Fabian do? He goes and turns to look the wrong way, right as Joystick is completely prepared for it. He's got the smoke to cover his other side. He can completely focus on it, sees the opportunity there. Fabian goes down. But the important thing here is it's not just about these players here. These players, Dan covering inside. You've got Scyther over here covering as well. Just the coverage and just the swiftness, but also the way that they'd completely kept most of the players in position up to that point. Then the following round, a similar situation. This time, you've got Joystick playing the window. You've got all these players just completely corralled in here, and Goga getting downed. That was the big play right there. Once Goga was downed, they lost so much control of sight at that point. And as soon as Joystick finished them off, there wasn't a lot they could do. But also, you see, this is where they popped the Lion to really lock things down. Uno now stuck in this position. But the best part is what they do with that. They just continue to lock it down. And guess who we got here? Shepard with the defuse plant.
One thing I want to focus on, if you'll give it just a moment here. This exact part here, right over the hatch in Aqua, you had a shield on top with an electro claw from the Fabian. Just made sure that nobody could contest as easily in it. However, once you got Goga, you could see that there was a drone coming in right after. There was this drone from Shepard that was just moving through. It detected Fabian and Uno. It made sure that the rest of Empire rotated up. And look at Scyther. He's moving in from the top. He had full control. You go in, you plant. It's easy game.
And that's exactly what they did. You saw the defuse plant go down just a few moments later. And as soon as he gets that down, there's not much they could do, because at this point, they're not going to contest up here, because guess who's there? Dan to control that. And that was just control. Then on defense, you saw this round to start things off. You got Uno playing here in VIP, but Joystick coming around this corner. He is watching this doorway. He knows VIP control is essential in this attack because they just used it. He's going to go for this play here. Uno, the important roam control operator of Gridlock, shut down like nothing. And just from there, everything started to fall. Everyone else in great positions. You've got players like Dan covering Hookah here. Shepard making sure that no one's putting pressure on the doorway or on the rest of the site.
Okay, wait a second.
And then
look at this. Look at all of these. I just want to highlight this for just a moment. Look at all the drones.
Yeah.
They are literally all.
But guess what? They're not lit up. And where is Joystick right now? In position to be spotted. They're busy pushing at this moment. And Joystick takes full advantage of that. They are not paying enough attention, just shuts them down. And then again, poor Uno on that Gridlock. Joystick in a great position. They're expecting him to be there, but he's not even there yet. They go to push around the corner. They're both watching it, but they are not ready for that man, because the stun attempt there coming out from Zofia actually backfires. Joystick gets those, and then the collapse from the rest of the team. You've got players like Karzheka just destroying the Gridlock tracks. He's ready for these players over here. There's nothing they can do. And then the final round, just Joystick. He's outside. He shuts down Uno. Just well played. I mean, they're trying to get this defuse down. He just completely stops it, shuts down Uno. But the thing is, too, it forces Kanto to rotate out for the kill. In the meantime, that gives the player over here on stairs a chance to reposition, because Karzheka's gonna have to clutch this out. He does exactly that. He goes for the play here, makes a move, and he rotates in to a position rather than fighting this through the doorway. And in the meantime, Kanto just trying to get whatever little information he can. This is just reposition time for Karzheka to clutch it out. And diffuser, yeah, as you're pointing out,
right there.
It's just chilling. And they know it because they took down the diffuser. So overall, just control. G2 just did not have enough of it. Joystick, appropriately named because he was in control the whole time.
Devin, thank you so much for all of your help throughout this tournament. I know there's a lot of thanks purge that happens at the International, but can we get some thanks Emzo here for the Siege community? Thank you so much for just breaking everything down. It's been a pleasure, my friend, and hopefully we'll get to see more of the Telestration station. Make sure you go and tell us all about it and what you think about this station. Maybe we'll have it next time, but it's time to end things. Let's take a look at the bracket and recap where we've gone through here in the tournament. If you have been living under a rock, we went through fours. Vodafone Giant, Forza are in, just now qualified to Challenger League, made it to the semis. And then G2 TSM, they play against fours, and here we are as G2 in the grand final. Space Station knocked out, last hope for NA as well as FaZe for Latin America. They made Empire bleed. Same goes for Team Secret. But in the end, it's Empire that prevailed. It was a 3-1 versus G2 Esports in a crazy grand final day. Who would have thought that finally the dynasty of G2 would fall apart? I wouldn't have known, that's for sure. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for going through this entire week filled with Siege. I hope we have more and more and many more events like this. Next up coming is DreamHack Montreal, and after that it's Season 10 Pro League Finals live from Tokoname in Japan. Well, until we go there, all I want to say is, we love you. The king is dead. Long live the king. Good night.